Welcome to Speedruns 2. We have for you a Group B race from the 2023 Tears of the Kingdom Any Percent tournament between Arna and McGyna. I will be passing it over to our commentator for the race, Sledgen. Take it away.
All right. Yeah, so for this race, we've got Arna and McGyna. Arna is on version 1.2.0, and McGyna is on version 1.0. And what this is gonna be is Arna is gonna be doing some quick smuggle stuff on his version, I assume, because that is one of the advantages of being on 1.2. And McGyna is going to be using a lot of the version 1.0 stuff. What's interesting about 1.0 is you've got a few new strategies that have just been implemented, like early ascend and Zoggle Overload Arrow Smuggle. So it'll be interesting to see which strats these runners go for. Alright, so it seems like we are about to start. And yeah, here we go. We are now getting into the first trick, which is Cog Skip. And Cog Skip is a really tough trick. Some days you can get it first try, and other days you can get it, you can take ages to get it. So it is unfortunate when it can take ages to get, but yeah. So what you need for Cog Skip is you need to be jumping off of this little cog on the ground, and you want to run, immediately jump, enter throw aim so that Link faces the other way, and then slash, and that will give you enough speed. Oh, and it looks like there's been a false start, so the runners are going to restart. But yeah, that's basically how Cog Skip works. And the reason why Cog Skip is possible is because you get this little boost of speed off of the slope of the cog that you are jumping off of, which makes it possible to get up to that ledge. So yeah. Anyway, the runners will be starting for real this time soon. And so, I don't think we'll see a huge amount of route differences. I think the main differences we'll be seeing here are with the strats they use. But I don't think we'll be seeing too much difference when it comes to getting down to the army fight, but we'll see. Which we'll see later on in the run. Alright, and I think we are back on Restream right now. So now the race is going to start for real. And to look at the agreements, it looks like they've agreed on allowing intro skip. Let me check here. Yeah, so it looks like they've allowed everything for this race. So Amiibo will be allowed, intro skip will be allowed, intro clip will be allowed, and Ganon Zuggle will be allowed, which is pretty interesting. I know that Arna is on version 1.2.0, which will make them not be able to do Ganon Zuggle at all. So that will give McGyna an advantage there. Alright, yeah, and you might not be able to see it on Restream, but both runners have just shown their versions, and it looks like we are going to start again. Alright, and it looks like we are back. Yeah, okay. Alright, so now the race is starting for real, and we have got the runners in the Room of Awakening grabbing the Master Sword. Interesting that intro clip is allowed for this race, but it seems like both runners are... Well, it seems like McGyna is opting to just use intro skip instead of intro clip, because intro clip can be pretty rough if you don't know the trick super well. But when done optimally, it can save about a minute. We can see Arna lining up for cog skip here, and McGyna doing the same thing. Again, cog skip is a rough trick. It requires a pretty precise position. There are multiple setups for this trick. A lot of setups work, but in general, it can just be really tough to get. But thankfully, it is decently quick to retry, so we are just gonna see both runners retry until they eventually get it here. Seems like they're both going for similar setups. It seems like Arna is going for a setup where he crouches to be able to line up to get the correct position for the setup. Seems like McGyna is going just for the normal throw aim setup. And yeah, is a difficult trick, but we see McGyna getting it here and running past that little tree branch there. The thing is it is possible to fall off that ledge after you get cog skip, and that can be really annoying. Because after you get the trick, then you fall down. It can be pretty annoying. But yeah, we will be seeing McGyna climbing up this little ledge here, trying to get some clean, basic movement, and doing a thing called crouch throw sprinting, which is where you crouch, uncrouch, tap R, and then press B. And what that will do is it will save a very tiny amount of time whilst you're trying to get back your stamina. But yeah, Arna having a little bit of trouble with cog skip, but cog skip can be a rough trick. These things do happen. Yeah, and it looks like McGyna is going to be going for early ascend, since they went to that side of the Room of Awakening there. Or the island that you see the Room of Awakening in. And there we go, that's cog skip for Arna, very nicely done. We have to see his... Yep, and they got the movement, and now they will be going through the cave to get a chest with wings in it. And that chest with wings is very important for the route, because having wings this early on actually allows us to get to ascend way faster than you usually could. So the basic early wings route, which is what this is called, is pretty important for Tears of the Kingdom speedruns, as pretty much every speedrun of this game does that now. But yeah, we'll see McGyna going for early ascend, the Mozdor version, and so basically, by doing a bunch of dives, cancelling the dive, and then jump slashing in midair, they will be able to maintain a lot of height and speed. They will be dropping a wing down here, and then climbing up to the wing. And what this will do is the game won't remember. Well, not that it won't remember, but this doesn't count as touching the ground. So after they talk to this construct and they take a wing to the Temple of Time, they will void out and they will actually get warped all the way back up to where they first opened the chest with the wings in it. And that is it's a pretty small time save. It's not anything extremely huge, but it's also very useful as a trick to know. But yeah, the Puripad construct cutscene, where the wing is just in front of it, is pretty funny. You can see Link just standing on top of the wing here. And since McGyna was doing the Mozdor version of Early Ascend, on version 1.2.0, Mozdor jumps, or Mozdor slashes, what you saw McGyna do to drop that wing and climb up and get all of that distance in midair there. Arna cannot do those Mozdor jumps as fast, because the developers nerfed Mozdor jumps between versions, so that makes some versions of Early Ascend impossible. But yeah, we will see Arna getting to the Puripad construct right here, whilst McGyna is just taking a wing towards the Temple of Time. And what they will do here is they will drop another wing behind them and then activate the cutscene. And what this will do is, again, just like you saw them place wings on the floor before, wings don't count as the ground to the game. So if we, let's say, jump off the edge of the Sky Island and void out, we will get sent all the way back to the last place where the game thinks Link is touching the ground, which in Early Ascend is all the way up here. So now he can just take a wing to the Ascend Shrine, and I think they're going to be going for a bit of a tricky climbing fall damage cancel, where you grab a wall in order to avoid fall damage here, which those can be pretty annoying, but we'll see. And you can also see Arna doing the same thing, taking the wing to the Temple of Time and doing the void out strats. Because they didn't do the early ascend method though, they will just be dropped back at the Puripad construct from earlier. So on both of these routes towards the first shrine, voiding out is very important for the route, but we will see slightly different variations here. Alright, so McGyna did get the wall grab, which is very nice, and they are entering the Ascend Shrine. Now, because they didn't go into the bottomless cave to get bombs, which you'd normally go to, they are going to have to get bombs after completing this shrine. Which is a little downside of the early Ascend route, but it is still a decent time save. Alright, very nice from Arna. What you saw just there is they did a wing drop where the wing kind of bounced off the edge of that little ledge there, and Link managed to run onto that wing. And the reason why they made the wing bounce off of that little ledge is because they don't have any speed food, so jumping onto the wing would be almost impossible. And you can see they will be getting the bombs as they go through the bottomless cave right now. Now for McGyna, they will be completing the Ascend Shrine. There is a annoying construct that the community has named Billy, who can sometimes snipe you, but it's usually fine. You can just ascend through these obstacles in the shrine, cut those ropes on that bridge, pass the construct, and ascend up to the end. It's a very simple shrine for the speedrun. We will see Arna doing some specific climbing movement up these tree branches here also. They will be being careful to manage their stamina so that they can climb perfectly up those tree branches. And they will be entering the Ascend Shrine now. So yeah, there we got to see the differences between early Ascend and not doing early Ascend. And it's pretty interesting, and good. A big GG's to McGyna on getting early Ascend, because that is definitely not easy. And they will be receiving the Light of Blessing here. Now, as McGyna is exiting the Ascend Shrine, Arna will be just getting the Ascend ability and doing pretty much the same thing, except, I believe, for the quick smuggle glitch that they will be doing later on, they will use their flame emitter shield at the construct, and they will steal their bow, and that's important for a glitch later on. Alright, and now McGyna is talking to Rauru. This is usually the spot where runners scan amiibo if they're doing an amiibo route. But if you're doing early Ascend, you will need to go back down to this cave and get a shield and the things you need. So we'll see. Amiibo is allowed, but we'll see if they go for a no amiibo route here. They might use amiibo just for speed food, since that is very useful. Okay, it looks like they are going for no amiibo route. And oh, that's really unfortunate. So what happened there is they did a front hop. And midway through the front hop, they dropped a wing and then they tried to shield surf onto it. But because they were close to a ledge to the left, the game spawned the wing all the way in front of Link, which made that impossible to land on the wing pretty much. So that can be really annoying. Unfortunate to see in a race setting. It's just one of those things that can happen. And you can see McGyna shield surfing and pressing B and Y in the pause menu here to duplicate some bomb flowers. And now diving into this pond to grab some frogs, I believe. But it looks like the frogs, they weren't able to get them. Oh no. Okay, so in the no amiibo route, usually you'd go down to this pond, grab some frogs and get some choo-choo jelly, but looks like they are not going for that. Maybe the frogs just despawned or something. Looks like they're shaking their camera in disapproval. Alright, so since Arna did not do early Ascend, it looks like they are going to be scanning amiibo here. Oh, it looks like maybe they aren't. Interesting. And yeah, that's the Shield Surf Wing Drop again, being a little bit annoying for the runners. But yeah, McGyna will be going into a cave here to grab a ruby. And they'll be duplicating that a little bit for later, because the ruby is really important for the endgame stuff. So that is why you might see a lot of runners go into that cave to grab a ruby. Because it is a guaranteed ruby. There is no bad RNG for that specific ore deposit. You will always get a ruby. Okay, yeah, and it looks like McGyna will be scanning amiibo here. Can be a little bit finicky if there is burning things around. And Arna got 5 arrows and picked up some bananas. It looks like they picked up some bananas for the Ganondorf fight later on, because they will have to fight Ganondorf without Zoggle. So, looks like that was what that was for. They'll be picking up some more fish that can help them with attack up food here. Looks like, unfortunately, McGyna might have gotten bad RNG with his amiibo. So they might have to improvise for the rest of the Great Sky Island here. Because speed food in the Great Sky Island is very important, because it allows you to drop a lot of wings in midair quite easily, and of course you get to go fast, which is, I would say going fast is pretty important. Oh, and it looks like that construct somehow didn't get exploded, but Arna will be grabbing a shield from that construct, because they used up some flame emitter shield durability. Okay, now McGyna will be using this specific spot in the Fuse Shrine where if you duplicate bombs there, they usually won't explode, which is nice. They'll be breaking these rocks here, and I think they will be doing a shot at the chest, where they will shoot a bomb at the chest, and it will explode, and it will go flying all the way to Link. And it looks like they aimed the bow before they grabbed the arrows, which was interesting there. Yeah, and there you go. There is the chest bouncing to the shrine. And now they will be opening this locked door. And bomb jumping up here to do this section just slightly faster. Looks like McGyna won't be going for Zoggle Overload Arrow Smuggle. That requires a bit of setup. It requires some more weapons and equipment in order to set up. And the arrow flights can be pretty tough with Zoggle Overload Arrow Smuggle. You can basically fly in the air with arrows, and it is really cool when it's shown off. On version 1.0, they use a thing called Zoggle Overload Arrow Smuggle in order to activate that, but on version 1.2, they use a thing called Quick Smuggle, which achieves basically the same thing, but it's a lot faster. So that is one advantage of Arna's version. Alright, and as you see there, McGyna exited the Fuse Shrine, and normally... Oh, that's unfortunate. Didn't manage to get the wing drop there. That can be annoying. But because they talked to the construct earlier on, and got the battery, they will not get a long cutscene after that shrine. And we can see Arna doing quick smuggle here. Very fast setup. It looks like they'll be doing a thing called construct skip, which is pretty precise. They will do some invisible shield bomb surfs there. And they'll be doing arrow flight over the construct trigger, but it looks like they were a little bit too low, so they will still trigger the construct cutscene, but unfortunately will not be saving as much time. But thankfully, it's not too punishing to fail. It looks like that is them completing the Fuse Shrine. Looks like McGyna will be going under GSI here, GSI being the Great Sky Island. And they'll be doing some things called wing bombs, which is where you can do a shield surf bomb jump off of the edge of a slope. Here it is a wing, and you can drop another wing in midair and land on it, and it looks like pretty cool movement. And then they will ascend at a specific spot to get to the Ultra Hand Shrine. And here we can see Arna doing an invisible shield surf bomb jump to do some mid-air arrow flight. So this is the glitch I was talking about earlier, arrow flight. And basically, by repeatedly pressing ZR and Y, you can fly through the air backwards. Because turns out that you can get quite a lot of speed if you are facing 90 degrees or more away from forwards. So they will do this to arrow fly all the way to the Ultra Hand Shrine, and you got to see how speedy that was. And it looks incredibly cool as well. So, GG's on the arrow flight, that was really good. And that seems to give Arna a bit of an advantage here. Before, you saw McGyna was in the lead a little bit, but looks like Arna is catching up. They are both receiving the Ultra Hand ability right now. One of the least used abilities in the game, which is pretty funny since Tis the Kingdom is quite focused on Ultra Hand. We will see McGyna moving through the Ultra Hand Shrine with some bomb shield surf jumps. It looks like Arna is going to be doing the quick smuggle glitch here to do some invisible bomb shield surf jumps. And that is one of the many good things about the quick smuggle glitch. Can allow you to do stuff like this really fast. And the setup is faster than 1.0. And yeah, they're basically synced up now, within around 15 seconds of each other. And McGyna, strangely not skipping the cutscene there, but that might just be that they forgot, which is completely understandable. Alright, Arna will be doing quick smuggle again here, and what this will do is they'll be able to do a shield surf off of these stairs here, and they will fly in the air with their arrows once again to get to the Temple of Time really fast. And there we go. Very clean. McGyna, since they don't have speed food, will just be running up to the Temple of Time. And it looks like Arna has managed to recover and get in the lead here, which is really interesting. How Quick Smuggle was able to give them an advantage there. So now in the Temple of Time, we will be grabbing the recall ability and skipping some cutscenes and going through some Rauru text. They'll be skipping the cutscene, talking to Rauru, and here in the Temple of Time there are some moving cogs that the game intends you, or at least seems to intend you, to go on, but they will be doing some other strats. Arna will be doing a bomb shield surf up there, and it looks like McGyna will be going to that pedestal in the middle and doing a wing shield surf instead. And those are two ways which you can pass this little gap here. Arna purposefully cancelling interacting with that door so that they can access the Rauru text faster, so that they can teleport to the Room of Awakening. One thing that's weird about teleporting to the Room of Awakening is we never actually activated the teleport in-game, because we skipped that with Cogskip. So it's very good that the game actually lets us teleport here, otherwise this route would not work. Yeah, and we will see both players you can either jump or enter your inventory first before opening the map, and what this will do is this will cancel a little animation of Link opening his Puripad to teleport. So that saves a tiny bit of time. Now we will see McGyna ascending up to this little ledge before. Way easier than Cogskip that we did earlier, so it's very glad that we don't have to do that twice. And Arna, unfortunately, missing that little recall cycle there. Since they do not have any speed food. It's very interesting. It seems like both runners were going to get speed food from Amiibo, so it seems like they've both had to improvise, which is really interesting to see both of them do that, and what different strats they do. Okay, so Arna will be making this recall cycle. They will recall these clock hands together, and so will McGyna. And that is the recall shrine. Now, if you have a speed 3 potion or meal, you can do the recall shrine a lot faster and make an early cycle where you can ultra hand and stick those clock hands together. I think it is also barely possible with a speed 2 meal as well. But since both runners have no speed food at all, they will just go for that. Alright, so there you saw Arna immediately teleport to the Ultra Hand Shrine, but McGyna ran outside and then teleported. Now, I don't think much research has been done for newer versions, but for 1.0, if you run outside and then teleport to the Ultra Hand Shrine, the load will be a little bit faster. And here we will see Arna do some quick smuggling, and they will be doing the same glitch as before, where they will fly to the Temple of Time. And we'll see McGyna running underneath again. Very smooth from Arna. So this is the part of the 1.2.0 run where unfortunately they have a little bit of a disadvantage. Here what they'll do is they'll kill the construct so that it doesn't be annoying. And here they'll have to dupe their rubies up to 21 by aiming to throw it in midair, and then dropping it, throwing it in the air, and then using recall to cancel it, so that they don't die from a fire explosion. And this slower duping method is unfortunate, because this is actually a disadvantage of version 1.2, because we can see McGyna just immediately finishing GSI here. But yeah, we will trade our Light of Blessings for a heart container, and now we will open the door. As Arna is duping his rubies here, we are gonna see a slightly different method to clip out of bounds from him. We will see him use the quick smuggle glitch to do a really fast method to clip through the well and get out of bounds so that they can dive to the army fight. But McGyna will be doing jump/cancels instead, which are a little bit slower. And yes, both runners did skip the intro, but intro clip was allowed for this match. Right, and it looks like Arna has duplicated all of his rubies. They'll be doing some really nice quick smuggle movement here. It looks really fun. And that's GSI finished for McGyna. Dropping a wing in midair and shield surfing onto it. Now, McGyna hasn't duped their rubies yet, so they will be doing that right now on this wing. And this is really nice that you can dupe rubies on this wing, because it saves a lot of time if you are constantly moving towards your destination, rather than just duplicating them standing still. I believe it is possible to mid-air throw dupe on wings. Mid-air throw dupe is the 1.2.0 method of duplication, but that seems to be quite a lot harder, so we saw Arna duplicate his rubies before finishing GSI. Seems like they will be doing an precise arrow flight off of that ledge there. Get a boost towards the end. That was very nice. So, although both runners had to improvise quite a lot in GSI, because they didn't have any speed food, we did get to see quite a lot of cool strats from them. So that was really nice to see. And we will see McGyna diving towards this well here. This is the spot that a lot of runners will be using to clip into the army fight. Though, with Zuggle Overload Arrow Smuggle, there's actually a different spot that is in the castle. So here we will see McGyna do some jump/cancels, and basically, by opening the ability menu mid-jump slash, then buffering into the shield menu and switching shields, you can gain quite a bit of height. And if you do this very precisely, just before Link's head is touching a ceiling, you can clip through. That was very nice. You saw one of their shields broke there, so that's very important to have a second shield. Otherwise, the run would be pretty difficult to finish in some places. Though there are shields in the army fight, but that shield by the constructs just before the Fuse Shrine that we saw earlier was pretty useful. Alright, and we will see Arna do a full damage cancel with the quick smuggle glitch. Again, very fast. very clean. And we will see McGyna rolling off of this slope here and clipping through. So that is called Ragdoll Clip. And what Ragdoll Clip allows you to do is, here it allows you to clip back inbounds, because the collision in this game is actually two-sided. So if we clip out of bounds, we will have to clip back in. Alright, and now for the army fight, we will see McGyna throwing a bunch of rubies here. And then they might be using recall, and then immediately cancelling recall. And what that does is it allows you to throw the rubies a lot faster, and it cancels a bit of Link's animations. Alright, and they'll be aiming to kill this boss bokoblin, because it has a monster part that is very useful for later on. And this is the Lizalfos wave. A pretty difficult one, because the Lizalfos can move in pretty odd directions and send annoying projectiles, but looks like McGyna has got it pretty good. And there they go. They have gotten the Black Boss Bokoblin Horn and the Royal Halberd, which are very important for later. And they even got the Black Lizalfos Horn, which we will see in the boss fights later on as well. So there we saw Arna do a little bit of Quick Smuggle Infinite Height there, which has basically got the same effect as a jump/cancel to get bullet time, so that they could have an easier time fighting these bokoblins, as they can be really annoying. And now for the last few, Arna is going to be fusing a bomb to his shield and knocking all of these enemies off of the edge, whilst McGyna has just defeated the Gibdos, which thankfully are very weak to elemental attacks, and then they will be throwing the rubies at the moblins, which move quite slowly, so it's possible to be quite safe in that one. Alright, skipping a few cutscenes, and now we will see Colgera, except we don't care about Colgera, we will just be clipping out of bounds to skip the boss rush. So even though you can skip the boss rush by clipping out of bounds in this game, you cannot skip the army fight yet. And the reason why is because if you do the same clip out of bounds during the army fight, Ganondorf just won't spawn. And so we will see these jump/cancels again. And this one is a little bit precise, but luckily we do have visual cues for it, and setups and such. Now we saw Arna taking care of those Gibdos. Unfortunately missing one of them, but looks like they might be fine. They look a little bit low on rubies. I hope that is fine for them. Okay, so now McGyna will be lining up in a specific spot and doing another jump/cancel clip. They want to gain bullet time in order for this to work, which needs them to do a jump/cancel in midair. Alright, and that was pretty clean. They've done their final jump/cancel clip, and now they will just be running through this tunnel and doing the setup for Ganondorf. So, because McGyna is on version 1.0, they will be doing Zoggle for Ganondorf, which basically makes the boss fight a lot easier. They'll be using the map rune, or the map ability, to do this. And what Zoggling will do is it will stack a bunch of weapons on top of Link's back at the same time, and this can make the Ganondorf fight a lot easier. And as all of this is happening, we can see these fast clips from Arna with the quick smuggle glitch, and you can see just how much time Arrow Smuggle can save in these sections of the game. Immediately getting the clip. Very nice. Alright, now McGyna has done his Zoggling, and now we will get onto the Ganondorf fight. Link clenching the halberd in his hand. Now they will only need to do one flurry rush for each phase of the fight to take care of it. And there we go, that's phase 1. And phase 2 and 3 will look pretty similar. Yeah, so Arrow Smuggle is a glitch in Tears of the Kingdom that can allow you to do a lot of cool things, such as really fast gaining infinite height, which you can use to clip out of bounds, and flying through the air. Oh, it looks like Arna had trouble with something there. I didn't actually see what happened. But it looks like they're gonna have to reload their save before the army fight, which is really unfortunate, because this race was actually looking pretty close. Oh, I saw what happened. It looks like they duplicated their Lizalfos horns wrong. Now, I think what they could have done as a backup there... Actually, no, they couldn't, because they already used it. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. But that is Ganondorf done for McGyna. You saw how fast that was. But yeah, as I was saying before, Arrow Smuggle allows you to do a lot of cool things, such as infinite height and flying through the air. And there are many different ways to get Arrow Smuggle, but in this race we will be seeing one of the fastest versions of getting it, which is a 1.2.0 exclusive glitch. But yeah, there we can see how punishing making mistakes around the army fight can be. Just one missed fuse sends them all the way back here, because they cannot defeat Ganondorf, which is really unfortunate. So we'll be going for the ragdoll clip again here. Unfortunately they missed it, but there is a pretty consistent backup here. Alright, and now McGyna will be holding out the Master Halberd, and they'll be doing the Demon Dragon fight here. I think they will be going for Demon Dragon 2 cycle, which is a very flashy, fast way of doing it. Arna will be grabbing a little autosave here as a backup. Oh no, it looks like they are going to be clipping through this with Quick Smuggle. There we go. They also did get an autosave there, which is pretty nice backup if you have Quick Smuggle. Alright, now McGyna entering Demon Dragon. Let's see if they're going for 2 cycle. You can basically tell if they turn the camera, and yep, it looks like they're going for it. They'll be doing lots of Mosdor jumps in the air to gain a lot of distance here. Then having Zoggled Spears for the Demon Dragon is actually not very good, because they buffed the damage that the Master Sword does in this fight. So using basically any other weapon is not very good. So they wanted to drop those. Now they will be slashing the eye and dropping a wing in midair and fusing a horn to their sword. And that will defeat the eyes in slightly less attacks. But yeah, it looks like... Oh no, okay. It looks like they missed the Light Dragon cycle there, because they were a little too slow on that part. But they did manage to get the first 2 eyes, so maybe we'll see some nice wing backups from them. But, oh yeah, it looks like they are going to be doing a nice little backup there. That is a very nice thing to know if you miss 2 cycle. I definitely recommend learning that if you are a runner. But yeah, Not getting 2 cycle is unfortunate, but getting a 3 cycle is perfectly fine. If you are ahead. We've also seen Arna just defeat the Gibdo wave of the army, and they will be getting back to where they were before. Alright, yeah, and McGyna is gonna be going towards this final eye. And now they will do some more Mozdor jumps to get onto Zelda. Unfortunately, Zelda seems to miss him, which is really weird to see, but again, shaking their camera in disapproval. But if they can manage to land on the Demon Dragon pretty early here, which they have, all they need to do is do the final slash in there. Okay, it looks like they did not get the mid-air slash there. If you don't have full health, then you can't go for the Master Sword beam. So you'll have to do a pretty precise backflip, which seems like they missed, but it only loses around 8 seconds, so Arna needing to herd up these moblins here. Oh, it looks like they ran out of rubies? Alright, and McGyna doing the final hit on Demon Dragon. Oh, they have no arrows left. That's really unfortunate. But yeah, for McGyna, all they need to do now is skip the cutscenes and dive towards Zelda. It looks like... Yeah, okay, it looks like Arna unfortunately DNF'd there, because they ran out of arrows in that fight and they weren't able to beat Ganondorf with that one single spear, because they unfortunately missed the dupe. But GG's to Arna anyway on managing to get that far. The race was pretty close at certain points. And that is McGyna finishing the run. Grabbing Zelda's hand. So, on this time, that was a 46. But yeah, GG's.
Hey there, thank you. I appreciate that. A few things went wrong, but
Yeah.
my end game was better than my early game, for sure.
Yeah, it seems like you were going for a speed food route and you didn't get it.
Yeah,
What happened?
I missed the frogs. I just misinputted the A, I guess, and then they got too far away from me. I couldn't catch up.
Oh no.
And I missed my first wing jump to get there too, so I had to reload there. I guess I was a little too close to the edge of the cliff. But yeah, I don't normally do no speed food, so it was weird adjusting to some of the wing deployments that wouldn't normally work without it.
Yeah, it was interesting to see you guys kind of improvise because you didn't have speed food.
Yeah. I tried to gamble it with an amiibo at the cooking pot, but I still got bad at RNG, so yeah.
Yeah.
It was a learning moment for sure.
Of course, the RNG is bad in a race.
Yeah. Well, it's it's bad for me always, honestly.
But yeah, GG's to both.
Thank you.
I don't know if Arna is going into an interview since they DNF'd.
Yeah. It looks like they're still doing some practice attempts. They're back in the army right now. We were neck and neck for the tail end of GSI there. That was really close for a good while.
Oh yeah, the quick smuggle seemed to get them back to be really close.
Oh yeah. And it's funny, we both kind of messed up on our CSS at the beginning. There
Yeah.
were some funny similarities.
Cogskip being annoying as always.
Yeah. That was the first run I've done in a race where I got away with early ascend, so that felt good.
Oh
Other
yeah,
than
that early ascend was really clean.
Yeah, other than that, I feel like everything else could have been improved.
Well, yeah, but I think a 52 in a race setting is still nothing to be ashamed of.
True. Well, thanks for facilitating this whole thing for us, everybody. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thanks for the restream. Hey, Arna. GG's on getting that far into the run.
Hello.
Very unfortunate.
Thank you. I was a bit tilted, so I wasn't ready to go for the interview, but now that's fine. Yeah, that was the run was bad. I lost 2 minutes to CSS, so that wasn't starting in a good shape. But then I really catch up and managed to finish GSI in an okay run, so that was fine. And then missing that dupe and still fusing the horn at the Lizalfos, that was really
Yeah,
bad.
I really felt bad for you there. But yeah, your quick smuggle stuff was really clean.
Yeah, quick smuggle stuff is cool, and that's why I run 1.2. That's something I enjoy. But after missing the dupe, I was like, yeah, let's finish the run anyway, and just wasting all of my arrows at the army, so not being able to finish the run.
Yeah.
After that was yeah, that's too much. Let's forfeit. I will do better next time.
Yeah. It was nice that you managed to get that far though without speed food.
Yeah. That was still pretty alright.
Yeah,
GG's
you guys were.
To McGyna, and thanks to you for commentating. That was pretty cool. I had the stream with sound for the whole run. You did great. You did great.
Thanks. Well, yeah, that was really nice. That was a really entertaining race.
Yeah, thanks for hosting, and GG's Arna. I'm sorry it went south at the end. We were so close at the end of GSI. I saw you pull ahead, and I was like, oh no, this is where it happens. I was worried about quick smuggle the whole time. I knew you were gonna catch up.
Yeah.
But yeah. Very nice race.
All right, GG to our runners, and please give them a follow. It's Arna and McGyna. Also, give a follow to our commentator, Sledgen. Coming up on our ZSR family of channels, we have some more races from the Tears of the Kingdom Any Percent tournament, as well as the Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard tournament. I will be sending you over to ZSR Main for an ongoing race from the Ocarina of Time RSL Season 6. Thank you for watching, everybody.